Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have 2025 Snow White. This has just been released on Disney Plus tonight at midnight. I've just finished watching it for the first time. I've not seen it. I did not see it in theaters. It is an hour and 54 minutes long, and yes, it is another one of the live action remakes of classic Disney films. Snow White pretty much changed the game for Disney for animation. It's a piece of history, so it almost seems like a sacrilege to some to even attempt to remake it. But if anybody's going to remake it, because the story of Snow White is not a Disney story. It's not technically owned by Disney. I don't think they bought the rights from the Brothers Grimm. No, I don't think they can, because the Brothers Grimm are long dead. So yeah, and part of me, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. That Snow White is, at least the initial story, is a Grimm's brothers story. I don't know why I didn't know that. Maybe I did and I just forgot. I have no idea. Either way, this is you know the story. It's the basic story we get in the animated version is a young woman heads out in the woods and talks to all the animals and sings and whistles while she works, and she's just a joy to be around. And she meets seven dwarves, and woohoo, she changes their lives, and they change her life. And there's a prince looking for her, and then she eats an apple because a witch is jealous, and then she poisons her with an apple, and then she falls asleep, and then guy finds a girl in the woods, kisses her, and brings her back to life because he's in love with her. Because true love's kiss is what brings her back. You see a woman in the woods lying in a glass coffin, yeah, you gotta kiss her because she's pretty hot. And there you go. True love, obviously. That's okay. That's the early Disney version. Of course, this has a little bit more depth to the characters. I'm not saying anything bad about the original because that is almost a holy experience for many. But this gives us a longer background story on Snow White, even her birth. I'm not going to give away any of the twists and turns. Yes, it is a modern telling, so she is not the damsel in distress in this. Yes, there is true love's kiss that is involved in this story. There are certain things that you don't mess with. True love's kiss is one of them. The number of dwarves and their names, obviously. Whistling While You Work, Hi Ho, Hi Ho. Those songs are in there. Yes, this is a musical, so you're going to get a bunch of songs. A lot of them new. A lot of them feel like they were made for Disney animation. Like they were made like this is Frozen 3 or something. It's definitely got that kind of vibe in those songs, even though the songs themselves are not as memorable. This film, it's not bad, but you kind of know where it's going. You know what good is going to win in the end. You pretty much understand how, but yeah, there's a certain social commentary that is put into this that I don't know could frighten some people in the sense that when a certain uh, self-obsessed, greedy, vain person hungry for power and wealth takes over an entire village, region, at the cost of anybody else around her, putting everybody else, the peasants, making them poor and hungry, having them resort to extreme measures to stay alive. Yeah. It, turning basically the people and the the common people into a military to use against anybody that would stand against them. It sounds familiar. I don't know. This movie was made, over the last few years, so it's definitely not a one-to-one or a direct commentary on any specific person, place, or thing. but you can feel it, right? You can understand. I'm just looking at this right now. This is one of those movies that got review bombed because there's no movie that rates a 1.8. The movie is fairly predictable, but it's not a 1.8 out of 10. So what we get here is Rachel Zegler. She is the fairest one of all. She played Snow White, and I think she was in, what do you call it? She was in the update to Dancing and Singing in New York City. Come on, West Side Story. Jeez. West Side Story. And, yeah, some people have a problem with that. Review bombing. Then there's the villain, which is Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, you know. And she, well, yeah, trying to make her into... They did have to morph her into a hag, into a crone, to hand off the apple. That's another staple they had to keep in there. And yeah, that's really tough, but she's... And again, if you're asking mirrors all the time who's the fairest one of all, and you're Gal Gadot, you're gonna win like 99% of the time. The fact that Rachel Zegler exists is the only thing that might give you some trouble. I'm just saying. There are... Teach their own. But yeah. This is, it's, you know, of course, it's a comedy. It's got lots of digital animals. So, yeah, and there's lots of singing, lots of dancing, and it's upbeat. It's not so dark. It's not scary. It's definitely, kids can handle it. Some kids who may not maybe have a proper appreciation for the classic animated version might fall in love with this, might really enjoy this. I don't know. I'm not 4. I'm not 5. The cute animals, there's cute animals everywhere. And if anything, there's a scary sequence that would be when she has to run through the woods to escape the woodsman. Yes, even the woodsman has a role in this movie, even though it's a small one. You know, we've seen other versions of the Snow White story that feature the huntsman. Sorry, the huntsman, not the woodsman. Huntsman. Yeah. So we get the evil queen, and we get Snow White facing off in the end, and that's one of the biggest questions: how do you defeat the evil queen at the end? And I'm completely blanking on how it all worked out in the end in the original animated version. It's been so long since I've seen it as part of this series, and I just don't go watching Snow White at random on my own. Just the way it is, without an algorithm to tell me, or a spreadsheet. But yeah, this is the kind of thing that... Do we need one more animated film turned into a live-action film at Disney? No, we don't. But they're going to make them anyway because they have the rights to do whatever they need to do. And they're already, like... They're connected to the brand. They're connected to the character, even though they don't own Snow White. If anybody's going to make a movie like this, it's got to be Disney. So what we get here is, realize it's only going to get worse. Once Disney is done with making every single live animated film into a live-action film and every live-action film into an animated film, no. They and every studio out there, if they can, will take every live-action film and turn them into animated films, but they'll look like real life, and they'll have a completely different cast, and they'll have different versions for different age groups and audiences. So when they make Snow White again, they'll make it with a completely different cast, and they'll make it for young adults, they'll make it for kids, they'll make it for more mature audiences, maybe. They'll make one that's a musical, one that's not a musical. They'll do one for people who want an almost exact replica of the animated version, and one that's completely different. One that's a 4-hour extravaganza. this is the future of filmmaking, unfortunately. We're saying unfortunately now, and eventually it's going to just become commonplace. I'm looking into the future, and I'm sorry. And I know I'm confusing all of this, and it has nothing to do with the actual movie itself. But, yeah, I'm just saying that when it comes to remakes, we haven't seen anything yet. Once AI becomes more commonplace, unless we stop it. And AI is just going to erase this video from existence, as it is. For me speaking badly about it, just give it a few years at most. Oh, I don't even have to tell. I don't have to search. I was going to search for the next movie, but I did it yesterday by accident. We're going to be watching number 112 on the list, and number 112 is, as I said, a movie. And I teased the people yesterday. They know what it was. It's Morbius, yes. The Sony produced Marvel film featuring one of Spider-Man's rogues gallery. The living vampire Morbius is what we're watching next, starring Jared Leto on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.